Hey, what's up, everybody? Look, I wanted to make a quick video for you all. It's actually 5 a.m. and I'm out at the airport, but I just wanted to get a video out for you guys because I know it's a little bit scary right now and people are a little worried. So I'll just let you know what I'm doing, what I'm thinking, and yeah, I'll go catch this flight. So last night we saw Bitcoin's price hit around $77,000, $78,000, and a lot of people are super concerned about that. You know, some people didn't expect it to fall below $90,000. Now it's fallen below $80,000, right? And so many people are questioning, I mean, is this okay? Are we all right? Like what's going on? Well, I will let you all know that what we saw last night actually was rather expected. And if you've been watching my videos, you know we somewhat expected it now that Bitcoin's price has started breaking down. I told you all that, look, if Bitcoin's price starts breaking down below, you know, 90,000, 89,000, 88,000, the likelihood is that you're going to try to head for that $75,000, $76,000, $77,000 range. Now, the reason we talked about that and kind of expected that to some degree was just because that's where the liquidity was at, right? You all know when we went from, you know, 77,000 up to 100,000 the first time, we just blew through 79K, 80K, 83K, 84K. I mean, we just flew through all those levels. And historically, whenever you go straight up through those levels, you'll go straight down through those levels, right? So what we saw last night was actually to some degree expected. It wasn't like it was this thing that no one really thought was going to happen. It wasn't unnatural. It wasn't really anything. I mean, it's what you would expect to happen when there wasn't much liquidity in a zone like that. So although the price movement itself of Bitcoin last night was scary, I hope you all do understand that the actual thing that it did, right, the move that it made is normal and it was natural and it wasn't some big scary capitulative event that shouldn't have happened, if that makes any sense. Now, the good part about it is, if you saw my Twitter or if you saw my community section, you know I actually did do a little bit of buying earlier today and last night. And the reason why I did that is because as Bitcoin's price has been heading down towards some of these key levels, right, $76,000, $77,000, we're actually getting signs that the bulls are starting to step in. We're starting to notice your RSI printing bullish divergence on many of your shorter time frames, your MACD losing momentum and putting in early signs of divergence. You're starting to notice and recognize that things like your Bollinger Bands are starting to become so overextended that it's not even maintainable. They cannot sustain a move to the downside like this. And there's a bunch of other indicators that are pointing in the same direction or saying the same thing. Now, what this means in simple terms is that a lot of indicators are showing that now that we're hitting some of our major macro support levels, the bulls are stepping in. Now, does this mean that Bitcoin's about to bottom right now? No, of course, we can't guarantee that. But what it means is that as Bitcoin keeps hitting these key levels of support, the likelihood of it being able to find a bottom, find some support, and then use that support for relief to the upside to be able to give us a little pump back up to $85,000, $90,000, $95,000 is becoming more and more likely. So my strategy is that as we keep hitting these key levels of support, I'm just going to keep doing some buying. I bought some Bitcoin this morning at 77 point something thousand, I think, 78,000, a little bit at 81,000, and I'm going to accumulate at this key support level. And if Bitcoin capitulates down to 60K, 65K, guess what? The likelihood of relief from that point, a bounce, a pop, a move in the right direction gets higher and higher and higher. And that's becoming evident because of what we are seeing from our bulls stepping in every time we're hitting these key levels of liquidity. And so with that in mind, it is scary and obviously it's not fun, but at the end of the day, it's just a part of what happens. This is the natural movement of the market. You have good days, you have bad days, you have boring days, and you kind of just got to get used to it, right? And so with that in mind, although it does feel scary, there are some bullish things happening in the background right now. We are seeing the bulls stepping in. We are starting to notice some of our indicators getting put in a pretty bullish spot, right? And so with that in mind, I'm kind of just in a spot where it's like, look, I'm just going to accumulate as we hit these key support levels and I'm going to just wait it out. I'll probably pause on buying right now and I'm going to start buying again if we hit 75,000. 75,000 on the nose is where a ton of liquidations to the downside actually occur. And so because of that, I think there's a reasonable chance that is when we do start to see some sort of short squeeze try to happen in which all of these long traders are liquidated and now it's time for the short traders to get liquidated, right? So I'm going to pause on buying right now. I bought a good bit. I'm happy with my bags and I am going to be traveling today and I am going to pick up more purchasing if we do at any point hit 75K. So pay attention to my Twitter, pay attention to the post area section here on my YouTube channel. That's where I'm going to tell you all exactly what I'm doing, what I'm buying and all that stuff. So stay tuned for that. Check out some of the links down below and I'll see you all next time. Peace out, everybody.